Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. I'm out on my porch enjoying the beautiful fall weather. There's a light breeze blowing and you can hear the rustling leaves even if they're dead leaves. I shared with you that our trees are turning, but they're just turning brown and leaves are falling off and dying. So I can hear those, and even though they're dead, I am enjoying being out here on the porch and enjoying the breeze and just sitting and thinking and pondering things in my heart. Howie and I always loved sitting on the back porch. It was a place that we retreated to, and usually started in the mornings. We would bring our coffee out on days that it was warm enough in the fall and winter and early spring, or cool enough in the hottest summer that we could sit out here. And we would just kind of go over our day and discuss what our intentions were for the day, what goals we wanted to meet. And it usually would go off in conversations on our dreams for the farm and what we wanted to accomplish. And he's always wanted to have the family farm. He's born and he raised right up here. They had their old house. It's gone now, but he came full circle. And he loved this place with all of his heart. In fact, the cemetery is here, Ferguson family cemetery, and he's here. His body is here. And so we talked a lot of times about our dreams and the things that we wanted to accomplish. We tried to make our back porch a place of peace, a place where we didn't want to make this a place where drama was constantly going. We wanted this to be a retreat from all of that stuff. And so we tried to remind ourselves that, hey, this is, not, we don't want to drag everybody's drama into this area. And drama has been on my mind a lot the last few days, and I've been thinking about it. And there's a lot of drama going on in the world. There's a lot of drama going in the United States, all the way to our families. Sometimes drama just kind of absorbs our every waking thought. If you're not careful, you'll get your cart attached to somebody else's drama, and they'll drag you all over the place, getting you involved in stuff that you have no business getting involved in, simply because you allowed your ear to get bent towards somebody else's chaos and concern. We didn't like that in our lives. We didn't like the way that felt. That we didn't like always being just tore up. We liked the peace and the serenity. We worked hard at the lives that we desired to have. And number one, being Christians, and the peace that passes all understanding, the calmness, that just being, laid back. That's what we desired, and that's what we loved. And we've had people that have came here before and said, we just feel something when we're here. And that's what we wanted. We wanted people to be able to come here and to feel love and to feel, even if it was just for a little while, we wanted them to be able to forget about the things that were pressing against them. Sometimes people came and we were a listening ear and they were able to get those things out. But we always tried not to get ourselves attached to the things that were going on around us. We were having some issues at a church, and it was kind of like 2 or 3 different groups of people, and everybody thought they were right and the other groups thought they were wrong, and we allowed ourselves to start listening. It really started at first kind of just listening to concerns. But then, before we realized it, we were totally absorbed in all of the things that were going on. And you couldn't even really go to church and enjoy being at church without thinking about what you heard here, or you heard here, or you heard here. And church is no different than any other place. You can get caught up in gossip, and you can get caught up in drama. And we realized that. The Lord showed Hallie that, hey, y'all need to get out of that because it's not good. There was a lot of hurts that happened in that. And there were some apologies that we ourselves had to go to people and make apologies for allowing ourselves to be involved in these things that were so hurtful. So we learned our lesson there, that we tried our best to stay out of all the drama and all the stuff that seemed to always be going on. I'm sure you guys probably know people that it just seems like it's one thing after another. Now, I'm not talking about issues of life, trouble, sicknesses, job loss, things that come along that we really don't have any control over. I'm talking about the he said, she said stuff. The stuff that, well, they said this, and they were too harsh with this, and they did this, and it just goes on and on and on. And if you're not careful, you get caught up in it. And there are those that just feed on that. They just absolutely, they'll go from person to person to person. You know, when I was a kid, I was probably, well, let's see, I was in the first grade, so I was probably 5 or 6. I guess I was 6. And my mom and stepdad lived in this little neighborhood. We hadn't moved to the country yet. And I had little siblings. And my parents would get together with their friends. And a lot of times their friends would come to our house and bring their little kids. And they would all play cards and games and stuff all night long. And us kids just, we would just fall out asleep wherever we fell asleep at. My stepdad smoked. And I would sneak his cigarettes out and feed them. The neighbors had a goat, and it would come up to the fence, and I would feed that cigarettes to the goat. And another kid would come up, and they'd have something else, and that goat would go over there, and he would eat whatever that kid had. And we just went on and on and on, and we weren't concerned that it was going to make the goat sick, eating all this trash and all of this stuff that he didn't have any business eating. I can't remember if he ate the filter and all. He might have. I just remember feeding the goat the trash. That's kind of how I view people that love to get involved in other people's drama. You see it on Facebook all the time. People put their drama on there. They'll put their family drama on there. They put their work drama on there. You'll see kids putting school drama. And I'm not talking about things that really need to come out in the open, dangerous situations like bullying and that kind of stuff. I'm talking about all of the, this person was with this person, and I saw, it's basically gossip, and it gets stirred, and it just gets stinkier and stinkier and stinkier. And Howie and I made this porch no drama. We don't want the drama. We wanted to be able to be peaceful and relaxed here and pull back from all that. In the world today, we know that there's all kinds of drama going on. Every channel that you listen to, every radio station that you listen to has got something going on. They're not satisfied unless they're trying to drive a wedge between people. And it seems like we're getting in a shape where you're not satisfied to air your grievances without trying to bring a whole other group in to take your side. We see it in the national news, when political parties, they're trying their best, and we all know that we're getting all of these. I get phone calls every day, political polls and all this stuff, people wanting to tell me about their candidate. Because we're getting ready to have a big, important election, and so people are doing their best to sling all this mud and all this drama so that you'll think twice about who you're casting your vote for. So we have all of that to consider. Then we deal with all of the things that are going on in the other countries with the war with the Ukraine and Russia, and it's, this one did this and this one did this, and we need, and I'm not trying to belittle their cause at all. I'm just saying, it just seems like everybody is snapping their fingers trying to get our attention, trying to get us sucked into whatever the thing of the day happens to be. You see it with the movie stars, and you see it with sports, with athletes, and you see it with all of these different high-profile people. There's always something going on. With some of them, I think that perhaps sometimes they're doing that to get attention drawn to them to further their career, because people really start clicking on, because we want to be involved in the drama. We want to know what's going on. You know how I know that? Because there are reality TV shows are on just about every channel. Now, most of those reality TV series aren't even true, but we get so absorbed in them, we get so caught up in this one's wrong and this one's right, that we begin to let our thinking get messed up, and we begin to let our peace. And, if you're going to bed at night and you're thinking about so-and-so on television, and you're getting mad and you're trying to figure out why they're with so-and-so, you need to turn the TV off, and you need to go find you another project to do. Get away from the drama. There have been instances in Howie and I's life, that our married life, that we just had to make a decision that although we liked the people very much, they were our friends, we had to make a decision that we weren't going to go and be around them as much anymore. We weren't going to go places with them, because it was always something. They always were bringing us down. And it'll hurt your testimony sometimes. You go places and there's always something is always wrong with the food. The waitress was rude. The pop was flat. These people are there and they're working hard. Now, I know that everybody runs into a problem occasionally, but if it's every single time, you have to begin to question, is that person ever really satisfied? There's something to be said about being able to get away from the drama and to feel peace. There are lots of concerning stories out there that we're paying attention to, with all of the touchy things that are going on between countries, our country included, some of the rhetoric that's coming out of those that are in higher places that are talking and spewing things that, we don't really know why they're saying those things, but they are instigating. We want to pull away from that. Don't let yourself get so caught up in the drama that you really miss the story. You miss the important things, the facts. Sometimes the drama and this flashy thing over here is keeping us from seeing, okay, what are the facts of the story? Because all I'm hearing is this yelling over here and this finger pointing over here, and this how big and how bold and how flashy can we make this so that we don't really see this. Because folks, we need to see the clear picture. We need to see the real thing. We need to push the drama aside, say no thanks to that, and see what's really going on. What are they really cooking up for us? What is the real underlying story? They want us to focus on this, but there's deals going on over here, or the inflation is going high. And I have heard, and I'm no expert by any means, but over the last week or so, I've heard people say, well, this is just kind of readjusting. It'll take just a little bit and it'll be back to normal. Well, I don't know what part of the country you guys live in, but here where I'm at, it's going to be a while before things are back to normal. Our state is in drought conditions. I have told you for several videos, and I'm sure you all are tired of hearing that. I tell you what it's like. No drama. It's real true story here. And it's going to be a little while before things get back to normal. We have to be able to distinguish when we hear a story. Are we hearing something that's fact-based, that it's a real, true story, and it's something for us to be concerned about? Or is it a bunch of drama? Is it somebody trying to draw our attention away from what the real problem is and get us chasing after stuff that doesn't matter anything? You know, should we really care that two actresses wore the same dress to the same event? That's drama. And that doesn't really matter to my family and whether I'm able to put supper on the table for the entire month. We really don't have time. I don't have time, and you guys don't have time to chase after all of the drama, all of the sensationalism, all the stuff that's going on over here. Really have time to focus on what the true stories are and to take care of our families and those that we're responsible for. Making sure that we have over-the-counter medications and things, and taking care of our health to keep us out of the emergency rooms where the RSV and the flu and all these things are running rampant. We don't want to be there where we're exposed to something else. And trying our best to understand the economy and the inflation and all those things that they throw at us each day. That we're not swayed by the drama, not swayed by who didn't shake somebody's hand and who snubbed a reporter's question and all that kind of stuff. But the real story. We need to know the real story. You know, sometimes we like to entertain ourselves with watching these crime stories, and if you like crime stories, hey, that's good. I used to watch them too. I don't watch them so much anymore now that Howie's not with me, simply because I don't want to watch anything that would make me fearful. And so if you watch them, that's okay. But you know, sometimes we get so involved in something, not that it's not fun to listen to stories and stuff, but we get so involved in something that's not going to make a hill of beans to us in our life. We need to make sure that first and foremost we're taking care of ourselves and get rid of the drama llamas. Get rid of those ones that are always stirring the pot, always, you know, they're Facebook warriors. They're out there typing up and they're putting stuff out there for the whole world to see, for the whole world to get involved in, and it's not anybody's business. You know, those nosy Nellies need to tend to their knitting. So here I am on the porch, enjoying the evening, getting ready to go in the house and have dinner with the kids, and I feel at peace. Let the drama go. Know the things that your family needs to be concerned about, not who is wearing the latest styles, not who's got the latest town gossip, because a small town, they'll have gossip spreads like wildfire. Sure, it does in the big cities too, but here in the small towns, it'll spread like wildfire. Don't worry about that stuff. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Enjoy your peace and tranquility. Till next time, guys, this is Josie. Look well to the ways of your household. Find you a little place where you can say, this is a no drama zone. And until next time, we're gone.